We're at Copious Fibers in Irmo, South Carolina, just 15 minutes outside of Columbia. This store is owned by a mother-daughter team and they have so much yummy yarn to explore. Let's head inside.
Good morning. I'm Missy, and I'm the co-owner of Copious Fibers here in Irmo, South Carolina.
And we're going to take a tour.
Okay, well, I'd like to start with, we have our Patagonia by Juniper Farms here at the front of the shop because this is really kind of a workhorse for us here at the shop. In the South, our climate is warmer.
Yeah.
So we try to stick to the fingering to DK weight yarns, and Patagonia is classified really as sport weight, but we have used it interchangeably for DK and fingering weight. It has a blooming effect or blossoming effect when you block it. And it feels a little more toothy in the hank, but once this sweater is knit out of it, and it's very soft when you, once you block it. So it feels really good, and I'm wearing this sweater next to my skin, so it's not really itchy, but we've got a large variety of colors, and they also added this dapple collection. So we have a lot of these dappled varieties, and it's more of a small pooling. It doesn't stripe.
That's cute. Wait, but before we move on, what is this sweater?
This sweater is Crab Dip by Whitney Terrell. And she released this pattern, I guess, back in August, and I tested it for her. And of course, we're in South Carolina. We have the blue crabs along our coastline, and I had to knit it. I love it.
Yes, it's cute.
But she's done a whole coastal collection. And she'll be adding another one to the collection in February, and I'll be testing that one. It'll be a cardigan that's steeked open. But I really enjoy this sweater.
It's cute.
Thank you.
I love that.
And it's all done out of Patagonia.
Nice.
So that is a lovely yarn. We also have our Falkland Worsted, which is on either side of these glass cubbies. And it's 100% wool. It's from the Falkland Islands. And so it's really soft and warm and cozy. And we have a variety of colors. We use that a lot. But, like I said, worsted weight is about as heavy as you can stand here. And that's not every day. So, and then we always carry Encore Worsted by Plymouth Yarns. It is just a workhorse. It's very economical. It's a 75 acrylic blend, acrylic to wool, and it's machine washable. So if you want to make an afghan, if you want to knit for children, it's perfect. You can throw it in the machine and it comes out and it wears forever. So that's a staple here in the shop. And then we just pulled in this LRA. It's their Color Marvel.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I've seen this.
It's self-striping. And it's just a great yarn. I'm working with it now, knitting that framed sweater.
Oh, yes. I saw that last night. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. So that's another
You have this color, I think?
yarn. Yep, that's what
Beautiful.
I'm using. And then the Off-White by the Falkland Worsted.
Nice.
But we also have the Cumulus by Juniper Farms. It's it's by Juniper Farms, but it's 100% cotton with a little bit of polymide in it to stabilize it. But it's a chain construction, so anything you knit out of it, the fabric is very lofty and very soft. We love it for if you want a special baby blanket for that special person. This would be the yarn to use, and it's also very nice for garments.
Absolutely.
So, and then we're moving to our DK weight. We have a lot of silky wool.
I love this yarn. I did a top out of this and it's so comfortable.
This is another one of those. We try to pull different things in so people have new yarns to look at.
Yeah.
But there are those staples that you just keep because it's versatile. And the silky wool is another one of those versatile yarns that you can knit on a smaller needle and get a tighter gauge and get it to fingering weight. It's again classified sport. But, that's where we live here in South Carolina.
Yeah. You need all those options.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then on this back side, we have some of our heavier yarns, the Kathmandu Aran, which is a merino cashmere silk blend, and it's a really nice yarn. And we also have the Rainbow Beach, which is another
Ooh.
self-striking yarn, but it works really nice. And this shawl was knit out of it. That's the Traveler Shawl by Andrea Mowry.
Nice.
And then we have our cell wall.
Perfect. Always good to have.
Yeah. You know, you're constantly moving things to the cell wall.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing to have. We also, back here, we have our needles and our hooks. And this is where we have our cat's picks. Each month we choose 3 patterns and we pull yarn and put combinations together to kind of ease the stress of trying to figure out, one, if you don't know what you want to knit, we can help you choose that and then help you with the yarn substitutions and options.
That is so clever.
And so it's hanging here so it makes it easy to grab and go.
That is so smart. So I could just come in and say like, okay, I want to make this and I want to use this yarn, and you would help me find the rest of it.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then we always have all of the colors hanging. So like if you wanted to do the shift, these things are together, you know, and little color combos. But if you don't like what we've put up, we can help you mix it up even more.
That is so smart.
I know, that's it too. So here we have, this is a yarn we brought in last year, Woolstok by Blue Sky Fibers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a great yarn, very versatile. And I love that they have these 150 gram hanks.
Oh, cool.
And certain base colors. And then they have the 50 grams.
Oh, so you can like put them together for color work or different things.
It works out beautifully for that. So this has been a great yarn to have in the shop. And we also we keep our cotton. We carry the coastal cotton. This is another one of those. This is great for, I've done sweaters for my grandchildren out of the coastal cotton, and, you know, dishcloths and stuff like that. Very economical, very good cotton, sturdy. So, and then we carry some mohair because we all need a little fluff once in a while. So, and this is another new item we brought in. It was this Prairie by Blue Sky Fibers. And it's a Surrey alpaca. And that just is another wonderful, you know, like a little fluff thing.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't fly away as much as the mohair does.
Yes, not quite as hairy.
Yeah, so as you move around, this would be our fingering weight yarns. And this kind of dwindles off in the winter because we tend to knit with the heavier stuff in the winter. So this is where we are. And then we have these locally sourced bags.
Oh.
I think you met Erica last night.
I think I did.
She makes all of our bags.
That's awesome.
And she does, these are my favorite, the cork
with
ones.
The sparkly, the gold in it.
I love the cork bags. So she does a really good job. And then we also carry, you know, all of the little notion things, markers and scissors and beads and swifts and ball winders.
That's awesome.
And that sort of thing.
Tell me about this.
This is a sock machine.
Yeah.
It's a new one. It's not a antique one.
Okay. I like that it's pink.
Yes. And you can just crank out socks. You can crank them out in a tube and then do like an afterthought heel and the toe, or you can actually turn the heel and turn the toes, decreases the toes, and knit the whole sock.
Awesome. So do you have somebody here that's cranking tubes?
We have a lady here, and she's done socks for the shop, and we have them in the back. We've got several pairs that we do sell them.
Oh, nice.
Already
finished
cranked.
socks. Oh, wow.
One of my goals in January, 3 years ago, I bought a sock machine, and I have yet to become proficient, but 2025 is going to be my year for socks. I'm going to learn how to use it because I love hand knitted socks. I love wearing wool socks, but I struggle with knitting fancy socks because you're going to put them in your shoe and under your pants.
Yeah. Well, or you can get short pants like that.
And then you can crank these out. And I've got some, you know, bonus girls that like tall socks. I'm not going to knit tall socks, but I can crank them out. So
that's a great idea.
That's one of my little learning opportunities for 2025 is to get good at the sock machine. So my husband doesn't walk by my little studio at home and say, when are you going to make a pair of socks? So, and then we come back around here and we keep our heavier yarns right here.
Nice.
Everybody likes to have this Roston. So we bring this in as a fall item each year because everybody likes to knit those quick hats, quick mittens, quick cowls, or good little Christmas presents. And we have several of them over here. this is the lotus flower hat.
Oh, that's cute.
And this is I think it's called the escutary. It's a little swirl cable.
Yeah.
And then these lightning fast mittens.
Oh,
By
nice.
tin can knits are great. But we love all of those little chunky things that you can do quickly. And then we have some other more bulky yarns, but as you can see, it kind of dwindles down because we just don't keep that replenished.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
We can't. It's too hot.
So we're sitting down with Missy and Catherine, the co-owners of Copious Fibers, and we're going to find out a little bit more about the history of the store. So tell me how you both got into knitting.
Well, I started because my mom taught me. And then whatever my mom was doing, whether it was crocheting, knitting, or sewing, I was sitting on the floor doing the same thing she was. And so as I had my own children, Catherine is my only daughter, I taught her how to crochet and knit as well. So here we are.
And I also taught my daughter how to knit and crochet, but her attention span are very little.
Because she's young, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's 6, you think you said?
Yeah.
Yes.
7.
She's 7.
So then what brought up having a yarn shop? Like, when did that dream kind of start? And how long have you been here?
We opened the shop in what year?
2015.
2015. And it was mainly because I had a hard time finding a job, and we just started to open the shop for
Little income.
Yeah.
And you're bringing everyone into it, like you said, generationally. Wait, can you tell me about the pictures on the wall over here?
When we opened the shop in 2015, I had those portraits done of my mom's hands knitting, mine, and Catherine's. And so we have all 3 of us. It's just our hands. I mean, we wore a black cape, and so it's the focus is in our hands. And hopefully, before too much longer, we can get Isabel and add her to the grouping. And that's 4 generations of knitters.
So tell me about the community at the shop. What kinds of classes or, get-togethers do you have here?
We do beginner classes. You can come in any day during the week. And I guess during the winter we do sock classes, sweater classes.
But we also have fiber wind down on Tuesdays.
Oh, yeah, right. We do.
And then we also have, the fiber wind down used to include anybody that wanted to do anything with fiber. And then we started having so many spinners come. And all the wheels, we have to have a separate day for them. So we have sit and spin on Thursday mornings.
Oh, that's awesome.
From 11 to 2. So that's our sit and spin. And we have a good many wheels in here sometimes on Thursdays.
Yeah, we do.
Catherine, you said you spin, right? Are you spinning on an electric wheel or are you spinning on a stand? I don't know.
But I'm taking a break with the electric because I'm trying to figure out how to work.
A little bit. That's a different animal.
Yeah. That's what I'm learning on, is like a teeny tiny little electric one. And it's been great because I haven't had to do anything, with my feet. It's like I'm just drafting and spinning. And I saw, is that your wheel over there, the electric? Oh, I think I have the little version of that. How can people connect with you, whether they're here in South Carolina or, somewhere else in the world? Can they shop with you online? How can they follow you?
They can follow us on Instagram. And if you click on the link, it brings us to the website online, and they can shop online if they want to. And some people prefer to come in the shop, and they're willing to drive out of state to come visit us and buy the yarn from us.
Yep. And we also, we have some local people that would just, live across town that would rather order online than drive in the traffic. Remember, Catherine, when we opened the shop, we talked about goals.
Mm-hmm.
And one of, of course, the main goal is to sell yarn. But we also wanted to create a community of fiber enthusiasts, so that people would have a place to come, not only shop and buy their yarn, but talk about patterns, your recent project, and a more of a social thing, but also, a support,
Mm-hmm.
a supportive community, not just through fiber, but through, we didn't try to create like group therapy by any stretch of the imagination, but we've had several opportunities where our little group, people who participate on fiber wind down or just come in the shop, the outpour of kindness and love to somebody going through a difficult time. And I feel like that's what this community is. When we were talking about opening the shop, I remembered my grandmother talking about having ladies that she got together with, and they would sew or, make quilts and crochet and do all those different things, but they did it in a community. That was their time out, their time for their self-care, if you want to call it that. And that's what I wanted to recreate, because we get so busy with running and doing stuff, we forget to sit and just
enjoy the company.
Yeah.
Yeah, last night was really great. Like just seeing everyone, they were making plans to do things outside of the shop together, which is really special. So you should be really happy with how that's come about.
It does make me feel good.
You're coming up on 10 years then.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And July it will be 10 years.
Any special plans for 10 years?
Well, we'll have to start working on that, won't we?
Yeah, we will.
Usually our anniversary, we opened the first week in July in 2015, but we usually make the whole month of July, a celebration. We try to plan different events, and we'll probably do, maybe a little bit more this year or next year when it's 10 years.
What is something you're just excited about coming up in the next year or so?
Probably Kyle.
We will be promoting Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle his company is called Silly Goose Fiber Company. And he's a local guy here. He comes in the shop. He's a great knitter. But he has started dyeing yarn. And he's good at it.
Mm-hmm.
He's very good at color. He's a pastry chef by trade. And so he's able to reproduce the colors accurately because he weighs everything out like a chef. So, that has worked well for him. And we're really excited. We're having a trunk show for him the end of January,
Mm-hmm.
last week of January.
Yeah.
And we'll have his yarn in here for a whole week, and it's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to see what he does.
They're beautiful colors that he
Mm-hmm.
created.
Yeah, it's fun. He was talking about last night, just the cultural references
Mm-hmm.
that he's doing are really cute.
They are. And at one time, he's been for a while now. Every time he'll experiment with new colors, he'll bring them in and let us all see and get feedback. And he had dyed a really pretty yellow. And Isabel's favorite color is yellow. And so she came walking in and I said, "See those yarns that Kyle just dyed, Isabel?" And she looked at the yellow and she said, "The yellow is beautiful." And she looked at me and she said, "Thank you so much." He did it for her.
She's funny. Well, thank you both for having us here today and last night. It's been so much fun.
Oh, we have thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.